apologise, I'm all over the shop today. You know what I mean? We're going late. We will get there, I promise. What the hell is this? Right, let's do one of these. What a show. Hey?
Girl, if I told you I love you, that doesn't mean that I don't care.
Excuse me. Right, let's go. Go on then, Aston Martin. Behave yourself. This is nonsense. Go on, can we just see a car already? Or what? Probably should pause this now or turn down the sound at least until we get ourselves a proper livery launch. But they've been messing around it. I was going to stream this and I knew that they'd do this, Aston Martin, that they'd sit on their hands and bloody dance around the subject for about 10 years. And your boy, like I said to you the other day, your boy's already liveried out pretty much. So I didn't want to be too punctual with this one. But I appreciate 42 of you in the chat. Ringkeeper, what's going on? Third, actually, let's go. Their stream has been a disaster. Foreshadowing or sandbag on me. What is this nonsense? I have no idea. Like, what are we doing? Is this a concert, Aston Martin, or a bloody livery launch? Are we going to see a car? They best make sure it's good. Do you know what I mean? Dark green settings, potentially, but flipping no. What are we? Insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, nice bloody, not even a violin, is it? It's a cello. Oh, F1, why do we keep doing this to ourselves? Why can F1 not get out of its own way? I don't want to come on here and go scorched earth every single time. Oh, hang on. Is it too soon to say that I preferred the black? It looks like they've got it's got the chronograph wheels though. I'm going to turn down the mute. I mean, this is quite cinematic. 86 of you in the chat can code. I appreciate each and every single one of you. We have our Aston Martin livery launch, but it's been fraught with travails and technical issues on all sides, has it not? Let's hope that the car, that this isn't portending. Is this guy going to start playing his cello? I would say, out the gate, that I disagree with the tone of the green. It's a bit too turquoisey for me, a bit too light and flaky. I'd like a darker, more solid green, if I am honest. But again, that's against the backdrop of the very sexy carbon fibre one that came out on the track the last couple of days of the Barcelona test, isn't it? Go on then. It does look different. Doesn't look as aggressive as it did in the carbon fibre. Imagine. Oh, the humanity ringkeeper. Very, very disrespectful. I think there'd be the dark green somewhere, but there's none. It's all light green and the grassy green.
What a beautiful moment and a stunning livery that features satin paint for the very first time on an Aston Martin. So that's a glimpse into the look for 2026. Now let's hear from the man who will lead the team into this 2026 season. Please welcome to the stage team principal of Aston Martin Aramco Formula One team, Adrian Newey.
The Middle East, isn't it? Abu Dhabi potentially, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, wherever Aramco are based, title sponsor settings. Go on then, Adrian, let's have a word. Not normally a riveting interview, this Adrian fella, but yeah, and still, what a presentation. Do you like it?
AMR26 is down the road in Bahrain, getting ready for testing. Can't wait to see it on track on Wednesday. But we've seen the livery. What do you think? Satin paint, interesting design on it. It looks great.
Can I start?
He doesn't even like it himself, Adrian. Look,
I've seen many launches.
Correct.
That was outstanding. It
Oh,
really was.
all right, Adrian, chill out.
Goosebumps.
The last airbender himself crying. I thought he was gonna just
really
truth
made me
say
feel
for a
proud
second there,
to be
Adrian.
Part of Aramco, at Honda, Aston Martin.
We need to
the
turn up the
music
sound
by
here, don't we?
Hansen. I mean, it was absolutely stunning.
Goosebumps, I think, all round for that one.
I don't know.
To answer your question,
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to see the
Sort
car
your sound
as
out.
it will be racing.
Is this being fit?
The
What
car
I
we ran briefly at Barcelona for a day and a half. It was all black, partly in truth because we didn't have time to paint it.
go on then, team principal. For how long,
that was
Adrian?
fabulous.
For how long is the
Funny,
exam
Florence
question?
and I, when it first pulled out of the
For
garage,
which we need
with Lance
answers.
driving,
Good,
we were
Airbender
standing next to
holding
each
his
other in the
wind.
pit lane, And I
I'm
think
here for a new
we
car
were
with a
both
Honda
quite
engine,
close
but
to
is the
having a
Honda
tear in
engine
our
going to be
eye
any
because
good?
it's been a
Compression ratio,
long,
they have not got.
emotional
You know what I mean?
journey of passion and a lot of hard work to
Echo
get it to
around.
Barcelona.
Oh, there's not an Echo now. He may be a genius, but an odd man.
To
You
see
can't, because he's
the
not a good
car
interviewer,
now
is he?
paired with the liveries that
Turtle.
will be wearing,
But you can't be,
racing
you
with,
know what I mean? You can't be all things
is,
to all
of course,
people,
how
sadly.
everybody will see it.
I wish
So
he'd
it's
wear
very
a shirt
important
that
part.
was then
You're often
10,000 years
described
old
as
as
a
well.
man
Do you know what I
who
mean?
sees air.
I was once
and I read
told-
an interview, an article
I was once
with you
told
on the undercut,
that if
and
you,
you talked about how you were visualising the airflow
Did
before
she say the
creating
undercut?
car. So for a lot of us, that's
my
really hard to
original name. I
imagine.
should have
Can you talk
patented
us
it.
through that process?
I was once told by a good friend that
Can
as
I
soon
see
as
air?
you,
The
to
answer
be
is no,
fair,
I
his
can't.
collars haven't curled over, but you should throw
But I
your shirts
try
out
to
once they look like
do my best to
eagle
to
claws.
visualise
The green ain't
what
green. It's not, is it?
flows,
Too
what
much. I
it's
agree.
like
This
to
is the
be.
point I was trying to make. It's not
Nowadays,
like
of
a
course,
deep
with
deep green. It's not
CFD,
racing
computational
green.
fluid dynamics, then
It's not.
that's
It's
a
not.
fabulous tool for actually being
It's
able
clean
to
though.
stare
Easy G
at
says.
computer screen
Looks clean. It doesn't
and
look as
understand
gangster
what's
as
going on, and
the carbon fibre
unlike
one
the
did.
old
Look at them
days where
still
it was
using
wind
that
tunnel
picture. Haven't they
and
got any
bits
more
of
pictures of it?
smoke and flow
Come on,
and
Aston Martin.
water.
Because, what's
Now you
Adrian
can see
talking?
it in much more detail, but that only tells you what it's doing at that point in time. It's then using the clues from that to try to go forwards
loving
and
the
develop
green.
the next idea.
Can you
It's
talk
not
us through your
British racing
philosophy
green.
for this year's
100% how
car?
much you've
We all
nailed it.
knew what the regulations were; they were published. So I just
I'm
tried
keen to
sit
see. I'm
back
hearing
and
so
think,
many
okay,
different
what-
people tell me that this car's going to be a rocket ship.
Just think from first principles.
But
What
is
are
it
these
the-
regulations?
Rules of
What
first
could be a possible
principles.
solution.
Let's go.
Came up with a philosophy, and then when I started at the team on the 2nd of March, then kind of discussed that philosophy with the aerodynamicists and the designers at Aston Martin. We all agreed that that seemed a viable proposal, and that's what we've followed ever since.
You're known for liking new regulation
It's not an easy
cycles, getting
interview,
excited
Adrian.
by them. Did you feel that way when you opened these? Did you look at it and think, there are some great opportunities here that I can exploit?
It's not an easy interview. This
Whenever there's a
Adrian
big
fellow, is it?
regulation change, there's always huge opportunities. It's who
They're not
spots
concerned
what,
with clothing.
and
This
which
is
one
true.
is the ultimate-
Tweaks.
It proves to be
It's
the
too
correct
much blue in the
solution.
grid. Yeah,
Only
it's
time
not
will tell. So
greeny enough, is it?
you saw that in 2022
Adrian has to look as
when
a
the last
hostage.
big
Oh my
regulation
gosh.
change came out.
That is
Then
chaos.
start of
That is nasty
2022,
work, Will.
There's a
But
lot
you're not
of
a million
different
miles away from the two.
interpretations
250 of you in the chat. Do me a
solutions.
favour and smash the like.
In
We'll go
the end,
straight
one
into a bit of
tended
news.
to-
We'll talk some
turned
Lewis
out to
Hamilton
be
as soon
the
as this is
correct or the
finished.
most appropriate
It's
one. And
it's
that's what by the, let's say, the start
it's
of
very timely. Some Lewis and some
24,
Kim.
everybody just started to converge on.
I mean,
You've
think
said
you'll
that the car
forgive
will
me
look very different
talking
in Melbourne than
about
it does in
some
Bahrain.
important topics
And I
in
imagine by
F1,
Abu
if, of
Dhabi it'll
course,
look very different again. How do
Jamaicans
you see
back,
this development cycle
like the
evolving?
fastest man on earth. Be the man that
think
designs the aero.
This year
To
is
be team
going
principal that takes
likely
away
to
from
be a
that.
lot,
There should be.
a huge amount of,
Should be another
development. I
TP.
would
There will be
imagine
another
that
TP, I think.
for many
If I were
teams,
betting that.
including to an extent ourselves, the car that they ran in the Barcelona pre-season will be a fair bit different to the car that they actually race in Melbourne. And that pace, I'm sure, will
Melbourne.
continue
I thought it was
through the season.
Melbourne. What do I know?
What do you expect these cars to be like to race? I
To
know
tell
the
you watching
intention is
currently,
that we'll
hype,
get closer
like, all
racing.
that
Do
good
you
stuff.
see
I
that
appreciate
from
each
the
and every
regulations
single
we
one of you.
have?
Add
Will
it
that
and
take
I'd-
time?
I think overtakings, there's been a lot made about ease of
Will be a
overtaking.
fair
Bit
bit
different
different
to the car that they actually race in Melbourne.
change.
If you talk to the drivers, it helped a little bit initially. By the end of last season, they didn't feel it was any better than it was in 21. It could be something similar here.
The team here has undergone rapid growth.
Can we all say it together? On board? Are we there yet? Carl looks aggressive, says he much.
Compound within the completed AMR technology campus.
F1's sake,
From an
Johnny.
engineering perspective,
Another month,
what
love
does
my
the
bro, you're a
campus
legend. I
unlock
appreciate
then
you, Jack.
that simply wasn't possible before? Now
I
that
was thinking the
everything
same
is
thing
together
about
on
Matt.
site.
How very dare they, Turtle? Do you know what I mean? Get it right,
First of all,
Adrian.
it's a lovely building
Last
to work
Airbender.
in.
You can't pronounce
It has a good
Melbourne
atmosphere.
properly. Come on, I was thinking.
It's a pleasant environment because, let's face it, you know, a lot of us have been doing 12-hour days, if not more, over the last months. So having a pleasant feeling to the room you're working in is very important. The layout of the building is very conducive to everybody working together. It's all very centralised, and the facilities are second to none, as Lawrence's kind of vision and investment into this building has given us, without doubt, the best facilities in Formula One, and that's a tremendous asset.
I thought the other day, Adrian, you were saying that
part of the equation.
He contradicted himself
the
here.
Equally important or second part is the personnel that populate that building and how they work together, and that's the bit that I feel we're making huge strides on at the moment.
All right, well, Adrian, just stay here for the moment, because earlier on, Lawrence mentioned that tonight is all about collaboration and shared ambition. So to discuss this further, we'd like to invite a world-class suite of partners to join us on the stage to continue the conversation. So please welcome, representing title partner Aramco, Executive Vice President of Technology and Innovation, Ahmed Al-Kuwaita.
He's no speech giver, is he? Bless him, Adrian, but he can build very fast.
And representing technical partner, Honda Racing Corporation, Koji Watanabe.
Oh, here he is, Mr. Underpowered Overweight.
And representing official lubricant partner, Valvoline, Chief Executive Officer of Global Operations, Jamal Muasha.
Look at this, bloody hell.
Adrian, if you'd like to join me here. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening. If I can start with you, Adrian, to set the scene, though. You've mentioned the team has an unwavering intention. Your strategic partnerships are clear evidence of that with the team, with Honda, with Aramco, and with Valvoline. How important has that collaboration been in laying the foundations, not just for success now, but for the future as well?
I think the collaboration, or the power unit is such a central feature now with these cars. And the integration of the power unit with the chassis is absolutely
Go on,
vital.
Brooksy. Let's get something out of him.
The triangular relationship
Design synchronicity, Adrian.
Honda, Aramco, Valvoline, and ourselves is absolutely key to our joint success. So,
by Saudi Arabia.
And that's what's fabulous, is that we have formed a truly equal partnership.
Clive, it's not his forte, is it?
It's all down to us now.
It's public speaking, Glar.
Well, Watanabe said, if I could come to you, the 2026 regulations introduce major changes across the chassis and the power unit. From a manufacturer's perspective, how has Honda approached this project from a development and engineering standpoint?
Well,
lifelong is trying.
It's really challenging.
By the way, we'll go straight into some news after this, because there are some things.
And 3 times more power than before.
Some threads
but while battery capacity remains almost unchanged, so we have fewer energy generation sources. So energy management will be the key for the new power unit. Also, sustainable fuel is also the new challenge for us. So we are really working hard and closely together with Aramco.
And what about the working relationship with the team so far? Has it brought the integration, the integration between the organisations? Has that been as you expected and brought the advantages that you wanted?
Well, our engineer often fly to Silverstone, and also the engineer from the Aston Martin also working very hard in our factory in Japan. So distance itself is not challenge, but maybe flight cost is a little bit disadvantage for us compared to the European manufacturers. But also time difference is sometimes good favor for us. And if we send a question to Silverstone and at the final time of the working day,
how realistic
Japan,
is 33?
But next day in the morning, we already received the answer.
I think Alonso might have some success this year. I'm going to be honest with you.
So really
I suspect
it works to your advantage.
Might be a real thing.
Okay, Ahmed, if I could come to you. We're here tonight at ITHRA, Aramco's incredible home in Saudi Arabia.
I wanted to bring up some images as well.
What does ITHRA represent, and why does it make a perfect location for this livery launch?
Yeah, so we're here at ITHRA.
Of course,
the
Umar speaks to the
Center for World Culture,
current
also
Lewis
known as
Hamilton,
ITHRA,
Kim
of course.
Kardashian circumstance.
You know, this place
into
is
it
where we
after seeing
cultivate learning, we cultivate
as soon as this
creativity,
goes
we
away.
cultivate problem solving. So it's really the perfect place to have the announcement and the launch of the F1 car. If you look at the architecture here, incredible combination of form and function. And that really is an
Lewis,
inspiring architecture
I mean,
which really
he's a
reflects
grown man,
similar
Lewis, so Lewis, he can do
form and
whatever he
function
wants
that
to
we've
do,
seen in this
right,
beautiful
but-
car today.
Aramco have had involvement across FIA
depends,
Motorsport already
ladies
with
and
F3,
gentlemen,
F2 and the F1 Academy fuels.
on
How
the
has that
lens
helped you
through
develop
which
the
you
sustainable
launder
fuel you've needed for the
your Sir Lewis
AMR26?
Hamilton
Yeah, so we've been
fandom.
working closely with Aston Martin since 2022 on motorsport technologies, and with Formula 1, Formula 2, and Formula 3, as well as F1 Academy, we've been supplying low-carbon fuels, all in preparation for the 2026 Formula 1 season. So we've been able to work together with Honda and Aston Martin to develop these low-carbon fuels, and we are looking forward to the introduction of ProForce
Kim
Plus,
Kardashian.
our
That seems
100%
Tony Race's
FIA
quote,
compliant
potentially,
sustainable
mate,
fuel
but
this
I'm
season.
not sure he's got the
And
car,
from
is
this
the
season's
honest truth.
racing and from the testing, we're hoping to collect a lot of data that we'll be able to use to perfect future formulations and future wins, hopefully.
I'm all
Forward to it.
liveried
Jamal,
out,
if
chat,
I
I'll
can
be
come
honest
to
with you.
Valvoline celebrating its
I'm all liveried
160th
out.
anniversary
Oh,
and a
right, you'd be
return to
disingenuous
Formula
if we had
One
to say anything
this
else.
year. What's different about Valvoline
Kim Son
today
Northwest is
compared
a
to
Red
F1
Bull
of the
fan.
past?
Oof.
Yeah, Valvoline, as you said, it's 160 years this year. And we've been innovating in performance in motorsports since the inception of the industry. When you think about it, you know, that legacy of being the first brand and the legacy of taking our deep technical knowledge and marrying it with the advanced technologies that are needed in engines, not just in motorsports, but in cars every day, that's what's the same. What we're excited about and what we're proud of is really what's different. And that is, you know, when you look at the scale of the business and the brand over the last few years,
tell you
it's
who
rapidly
will be
grown.
happy about Lewis
And, you know,
and Kim.
this innovative products and
Can
outstanding
you
service
imagine
that we
Kim
provide
rocks up
is
with
in
her,
now
with
more
her
consumers,
Kardashian
more customers, and
and
more
Jenner
parts of the
army
world.
to a Grand
But then on the
Prix?
Formula One side, to be able to come back after nearly 40 years and be a lubricant supplier, it, you know, provides us a great opportunity at a time when Formula One, you know, is reaching, you know, peak popularity. It continues to grow. You also have, you know, these new technology challenges that are coming along. So for us, you know, what's different is as the team has evolved to the
To
new
86,
Honda
if you're in the
power
chat, can
unit,
Coney do me a
it's
favour and
to
smash
be
the
able to
like. We are
develop
watching,
a
of course,
solution and
Aston
work
Martin
side by side
and
with the
listening
team
to
come up
them
with
talk
something
about
that
their
was
car and the
gonna
challenges, the
maximize
things that they've
performance.
done well and
And
not
so,
so
you know,
well,
embedding ourselves
etc.,
with the great teams here
Copy-paste
to
settings, do you know
support
what I
this
mean?
magnificent car.
Any other car
That's
launch
where the
that
teams
I've
have
ever
to really
seen,
work together. And I think
ever.
Adrian said it well, which is that co-engineering approach is really critical to success in motorsports.
Fans may not think of motor oil beyond an oil change, say. So how does it directly impact
Wow.
the F1 car's performance
Brooks,
on
you
track?
can't say that.
Yeah, motor oil is critical to the protection and performance of the engine, which then means, you know, how is the car actually going to perform on the track? And so what's critical in a Formula
Chill
One
out,
engine in
Brooksy.
particular is it manages and impacts power efficiency, reliability, and durability. And so you have to take all of those into consideration. And so as we went out, as we set out and working with the teams, you know, our focus was really on how do we reduce friction of the rapid moving parts of the engine,
I hope the
while
car's
at the same
quick,
time
chat.
taking heat away
I
from those
do
rapid
hope the
moving
car is
parts
quick,
to
quicker
take that away from the power
than they've
unit.
been in delivering
And so
this
that's
livery
a critical
launch. I
part that we had to
certainly
do.
hope
When you look at that, in addition to the other critical factor with a motor oil is it has to drive consistency. So for the race teams, they want to make sure that as they're preparing for a race weekend, that the consistency of how the motor oil is going to perform, it impacts race strategy, it impacts, you know, the performance of the engine, which then impacts, you know, the drivability, the calibration that they have. There's a lot that has to go into it, that the motor oil is a critical part of that. So, you know, it's important that, you know, we design something that can maximize performance. But at the same time, you know, we're also really competitive. That's what a motor oil has to do. And so we want to win. And so we want to push the limits of science and physics to maximize and create a competitive advantage for the team.
Gone on air,
I
something
think
more
we all did.
interesting.
We all want to win, definitely. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. If I can invite you to retake your seats. Adrian, thank you very much for your time as well. Now, to conclude this evening's event, please welcome back to the stage your drivers, Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso. Gentlemen, come and join me by the car. Looking resplendent in your race suits as well. Looking good. What do you think up close, the new livery? Fernando?
Yeah, looks good. We love the green, and I think it's a little bit, some differences from the last couple of years with the matte color, which I hope all our fans will love, and we will drive as fast as we can.
And Lance, the satin paint, it's looking good.
Yeah, it looks good. If it's fast, it's going to look even better. So we have to wait and see. But the car's very small this year, very compact, and just excited to get out there.
We're excited to see you drive it. One final word, if you could, Lance, on the support of the partners and the growing global fan base that the team has ahead of this new season.
Yeah, just let's go racing, I mean, it's always a very exciting time of the year when you see everything come together, all the hard work of everyone back at Silverstone, just the whole project coming together, and it's just going to be nice to get going.
And Fernando, a word from you for the fans and partners.
Yeah, we will give it all. We have an incredible support all around the world. We have great partners. We have incredible facilities. We have the determination to do well.
Should we talk about Kim and them?
The beginning of something really nice for Aston Martin. So I think the fans will enjoy. Please support us and see you around the world.
Fantastic. We look forward to seeing you on track, both of you, in Bahrain this week. Thank you very much. And thank you all for joining us this evening. Huge round of applause. Thank you. We will see you on a track very soon. Bye-bye.
Boo. Boo and hiss. Boo and hiss. Unacceptable. Let's talk about this then, because listen. Why in the first instance? I mean, the car looks all right, and here's hoping Adrian Newey has done what Adrian Newey does best, which is, of course, to design a rocket ship. Mention no names: Red Bull, McLaren in the late 90s, Williams also in the early 90s, excuse me. I mean, Adrian Newey's a god tier one, isn't he? I rate him very, very highly, but bloody Nora. Like, can you get like your SH1T together? Just a little bit, Aston Martin. That, ladies and gentlemen, the jury, was atrocious. Logistics, it seems, as brilliant as Adrian Newey is as far as designing a car, logistics apparently isn't his strongest suit, and that is a problem if indeed F1 Aston Martin looking to build a community. I tell you why I didn't stream that initially, because I saw that they were doing it on TikTok. I was like, what? Like, can't you just employ Cadillac's PR Donnies? Like, can't we just do something serious here? Do something a little bit different? If, of course, you're looking to grow the bloody sport and broaden your Aston Martin appeal. Lest we forget again, for context, Aston Martin and Honda are on their financial knees, nowhere to be seen, redundancies at each and every single junction. Not good enough. I don't think it's good enough. You told me. You think I'm being harsh. That was rubbish. I don't know. The street, you can't even get the stream right. No, that's unacceptable. Okay, so the AMR26 didn't look bad, and ultimately it's a livery launch. But flipping Nora, as we go into testing proper in Bahrain, when they're going to close the doors yet again until 1 hour before the sessions are due to end, of course. Like, so let's leave F1. Why are we doing it? Listen though, I wanted to talk about something else. Aston Martin, whatever, maybe they've built themselves a rocket ship. They will need themselves a power unit, and it doesn't sound like Koji Watanabe is too confident in Honda's ability to build something that is not underpowered and overweight, and that would be critical, especially when down the road at Brackley and Brixworth. Mercedes, it sounds like they're reminiscing, they're experiencing 2014 deja vu when it was split turbo hybrid, and they'd nailed it. they'd leverage the rules and the regulations to their own competitive advantage. However, let me talk. I don't want to talk about that, the compression ratios. I want to talk about this. Honestly, this is techie. Some Lewis Hamilton. Like, what is going on? Let me say this in the first instance. That's fire. Like, you can't do that. Like, you got to have more class than that. But the internet trolls be internet trolling. This is always going to happen. If you're dating a Kardashian, they will come for you. Some of whom are jealous. Some of whom are just hateful. That comment is techie, but the internet is going to internet. And again, it depends on how you launder your subjectivity as far as Lewis Hamilton's concerned, the lens through which you launder it. Here's what I mean by this. If you're talking about Lewis, here we go. So you've got a couple of different bits and bobs there. We'll get onto the cheeky AI kiss in a couple of seconds. Listen, depending on what you want for Lewis Hamilton, you'll either be ecstatic at their pictures taken over the course of the Super Bowl, which is the official, in inverted commas, announcement of the beginning of Kim and Lewis's relationship. Kimilton, what's it going to be called? She's just thought, oh, Neil, it's techie. So listen, it feels like they were announcing their relationship proper, because there's no way that they were going to be in front of the Super Bowl cameras, one of the most watched sporting events of the year by a gazillion miles, probably the most watched sporting event. There's no way that you're going to be sat in front of them cameras as Lewis and Kim and think that you're not going to be getting photographed. Now, we know that they went to Paris and that they were up in the Cotswolds for a little cheeky private romantic weekend. However, if you sit on this side of the fence and you just want Lewis to start building himself a life, having himself some fun, have a wife and some kids, then you will be celebrating punch in the air like Maradona in '86. It is that time for Sir Lewis, and it's not like he hasn't given enough to Formula One down the bloody years. 20 years as near as makes no difference. You can't envy him then looking to start to build his life, at least the building blocks, foundation, ground zero settings. However, if you are invested in Lewis Hamilton winning an eighth, or at the very least, if we're going to be more realistic, having himself some success, standing atop the podium at least a couple times in 2026, then it's a very different conversation that we need to have, right? Some have said, Toto Wolff included, that if you're going to get the best out from Sir Lewis Hamilton, then what you can't do is clip his wings. He needs to go out there and enjoy himself. And if that means a cheeky date every once in a while with Kim Kardashian, building a relationship with her, then that's what that means. Some will say, Colt RH and Lewis Hamilton evangelists will say, if you are not an F1 abbot of unreason and you are a fan of sports more broadly, you will understand that if past this prologue, friction with one Kim Kardashian or the Kardashians more broadly does not work well, if you're an athlete and you're looking to have success in your chosen field, don't believe me? Well, go and ask Chris Humphries if past his prologue. Where is Reggie Bush these days anyway? How about Odell Beckham Jr.? How's his career now? I didn't see him at any Super Bowls yesterday. Is he even still playing NFL? All the bods, all the athletes that have come into contact with Kim Kardashian and fell in love with her, had a relationship with her, they haven't come out too well. I don't understand the wheres and whys. I don't get it. It's far beyond my subject matter expertise. This is out of scope for me. I don't understand. But if past this prologue and you're invested in sporting endeavour par excellence, then Kim Kardashian is not the line of least resistance, not dating her at least, and therein lies the problem. Let me show you this. Cheeky AI. This is AI, by the way. In fact, let me get rid of this. This is important. You need to see this. And again, a lip reading expert has gotten hold of this, and there's a couple different things. This apparently is Lewis saying to Kim Kardashian, yeah, of course you're gonna, I don't allow every girl to meet my mum, every girl that I date, but you will meet her in the end, is what Lewis is saying. She can't wait to meet you. That, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury, is chaos. He's looking to bring her into his inner circle. Jeez, oh gosh. I'm happy for him, but also devastated in equal measure, because it feels like we're rounding third base proper now on Lewis Hamilton's career, as if him being 41 at Scuderia Ferrari, different working culture, a dog of a car, a god tier teammate in Charles Leclerc, who's quickest point to point of any on the grid, as if all those things didn't matter enough, weren't of material enough consequence. Now you have this, that Lewis Hamilton is in some sort of entanglement with Kim Kardashian, the widowmaker. Do you know what I mean? The destroyer of all athletic careers that come before her. Oh, the humanity. What are we doing, chat? This makes no sense. The kiss isn't real. The kiss is definitely AI, but this is real, chat. I'm telling you. That is real. This is Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton having a word. You cannot. So that's an AI kiss, clearly. They kissed at the Super Bowl. That picture would have made a gazillion rounds. But I tell you what, it's just I just. Oh, Lewis, what are we doing here, chap? No, Lewis, no, please say it's not so. We wanted you to win another race, chap, another championship, but now there is a problem. I heard also that they're dated previously, but do you know what I mean? What comes with this, chat? Like the downside, the whirling dervish that is the PR machine attached with the Kardashian clan. Like, what are we doing here? What, you couldn't wait another year, Lewis? I remember Lewis Hamilton saying, when asked whether he's focused, whether he can continue to spin all of his extracurricular plates outside of the weird and wacky world that is F1, he said, no, mate, I'm only focused on this. This is why I've delayed hitherto erstwhile having myself a family. That's why I don't date, really, not seriously at least, because I'm wholly focused on F1 and success in it. Now, however, it seems like a 41-year-old Lewis is looking to have survived. I don't hate it. I can't hate it from that perspective. Indeed, it makes me happy to see Lewis is at ground zero as far as his life outside of F1. 20 years as near as makes no difference. 07 being his first. Like he's given his whole life to this thing that they call F1. So who am I? Who am I to condone him for having a life outside of Formula One? But with Kim Kardashian, oh, the human, it could have been anyone but her. But again, I suppose the equal and opposite upside to this is that F1 will be doing one of these, right? Can you imagine how many times they're going to go to Kim Kardashian on the production when she turns up to a Grand Prix or two? Oh my gosh, we are checking Easy G for real, for real. That woman will be the end of that, man. That is what is rest of it. Oh my gosh, spiritual. Do you know what I mean? We are gathered here today to mourn the career of one Sir Lewis Carl Davidson. Hamilton said it. Or is he trying to get himself in a Cole Scherzinger replica? I don't know, Neil. I'm not close enough to the Lewis Hamilton circumstance to say one way or the other so definitively. I just don't know. She's helping him build the brand leverage. I tell you what, I was having a conversation with a friend about this Kim Kardashian madness. And he seemed to think that it was that Kim's punching. So John, you're a legend. Imagine going into the garage after this. Mechanics are off. Yeah, mechanics are indeed rough, and the banter will indeed be rough. So John, I don't know. It is going to be a bit techie for Sir Lewis going forward. The trolls will come for it. The trolls have come for him already. Hamilton went from Lewis to Lulu in a blink. Oh gosh, go on, let me tell you this then, because I had the argument earlier with a friend, a good friend, infinitely more intelligent and commercially minded than I, and he said something to this effect, that Kim Kardashian is punching massively, that Lewis is the best that we've ever seen, some say, in Formula One, and therefore Kim Kardashian is punching on the grounds of talent deficit. Well, what does Kim Kardashian do? I'll tell you where Kim's not punching. 1.9 billion is her asset value. Lewis hasn't touched $1 billion yet. Do you know what I mean? So if anybody's going to sign prenups, it will be Lewis. Therefore, and that's chaos to think. A billionaire, a multi-billionaire nearly is what Kim Kardashian is. But that comes with problems, doesn't it? PR responsibilities. Again, bandwidth is currency in Formula One, so you don't need all of the bloody. You don't need to be rocking up to all of the. It's chaos. I don't like it. I didn't think Lewis would go that low. Oh dear, Angel. Oh dear. Fake body, fake hair. Like, oh, the humanity. What are we doing, visual? Please prove us wrong, Lewis. Slays a demon. That's what they are, really. I know, she's got a bad rap, hasn't she? TWM. The monologue is centered around retirement. When I see this as a great strategic Lewis Hamilton F1 brand, true TWM. This is true. But the problem is, let me play counter to that TWM. The problem is this, right? If you're going to... Again, I mean, I set it up at the outset. Here's what I'll say it again, though, TWM. It depends on the lens through which you launder your Lewis Hamilton fandom and or subjectivity. If you want Lewis Hamilton to enjoy his life, for the brand to become a multi-billion-dollar brand, then this is the move. This is the move. I understand that. But if you're dying for Lewis Hamilton to have some more success in Formula One, this being his final tour, then this is something different. It feels like the end. It feels like we're rounding third. Because again, Lewis is starting to diversify his attention dollar resource, focus on other things more and more, building himself a career outside of F1. And that's no bad thing. However, again, I say for the avoidance of doubt, if you want Lewis Hamilton to win himself a race or two or a championship, then this, per Reggie Bush, per Chris Humphries, per Odell Beckham Jr., Devin Booker, the sister. Like, what happens to these guys? Do you know what I mean? It's one-way traffic, ladies and gentlemen of F1 jury. And I can only say that I do not like that one iota. In fact, it burns me inside. I'd love to see Sir Lewis go and do something dangerous. I would love to see Lewis go and nail himself some races next year. But I feel like we can just write that off from now. That all those hopes and optimism, that now with Kim Kardashian in the picture, feels like a distant hope, almost a dream. Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh my gosh, Sir John. You nearly got me, Sir John. Remember when the Spice relationship F1 news, when Schumacher married Frentzen, that this is true. Afsal, I do remember that. I do remember that very clearly. A woman that isn't the problem, says Easy G. It's that woman. If past his prologue, mate. It sounds mean what you're saying, Easy G, but if you're evidence based, then how can you argue against that? Again, mention no names. Chris Humphries, Odell Beckham Jr. So too Reggie Bush. You gotta have a conversation. Cam, you are wrong. I hope I am wrong, Chiba. I hope I get proved wrong. I would love for nothing more than for Lewis Hamilton to make an absolute mug of me. I really would. At least he's not after him for his money. Very true visual. Lewis Hamilton, 7 WDCs. Oh my gosh. And yeah. It's too techie. Right, guys, I'm going to run away. You guys have been legends, one and all. I hope you enjoyed. I apologise profusely for being a little late to the Aston Martin, but my conscience couldn't take it. I couldn't stream in good faith an Aston Martin jobby that was going to go on a gazillion years when really they just wanted to reveal the car. Bless Brooksy for trying, but that wasn't the best. So John, you're an absolute legend and I appreciate you, mate. Ad infinitum. If you're a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab. Shortly thereafter, get yourself in the Discord. If you are that way inclined, Argument Central, F1 Discourse Central. Mother Kim and Daddy SLH in the paddock at the same time was not on my bingo attic. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. But if you know anything about Lewis, I mean, that's right up Lewis Hamilton Street, eh? Like, Kim Kardashian is like the apex. Rich, good looking. I mean, that's a cup of Lewis Hamilton's favourite tea. Do you know what I mean? Kim, your baby daddy isn't at the door. Oh, the humanity, Sir John. So Kanye won't love it. That's the truth, Sir John. You hit on something. And do you need that? Do you need that? You couldn't wait another 12 months, Lewis. Flipping Nora. No, gets to get me some cars on track. Me and you both, ECG. Thank you for the cursed AM, Lewis Street. I know I wanted to do the cheeky in the morning one, but your boy didn't get a chance. You guys have been legends, one and all. We will be back. If there is testing, then there will be a stream. Cameron Cheese and good looking. Beauty, some say Dilioro is in the eye of the beholder. I speak for Lewis Hamilton. He clearly thinks that she is. You guys have been legends, one and all. I appreciate each and every single one of you, to the moon and back, of course, in the next 48 hours for some cheeky testing. I'm going to try and live stream the entire day. Also, normal scheduling resumes. We are back again, just like hack And then between now and next time, what are we doing here?